Okay, so we are going to be making some large, oversized DIY wall art using this insulation board. This is what that I just showed you is used for, and we're going to transform it into this lovely, sparkly, beautiful wall art. Keep watching if you'd like to see how I did it. Hey YouTube, so today in this video we are going to be making some DIY oversized extremely large wall art. This is the wall. It's a small hallway because you see I couldn't even lay this flat, and it's about 48 inches wide and it's 96 inches long, or vice versa. So I wanted to put it on this wall. So that's how the front of it looks. I had to move some things around to fit it in this bedroom. So the front of it is like more of a reflective feel. This is just some regular house paint that I'm going to be using. And I just had to really be careful because I didn't really plan this day on doing this. I just kind of stopped at the house to check on it. And I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and get started with this. Because usually I wouldn't wear these boots or my nice jeans. So I was just trying my best to be careful. And I didn't want to splash any on the black curtain. So I started out with a really small brush. So I'm just covering up this reflective side. That's the side that I'm going to be doing the painting on. And I'm just going to go ahead and cover that because I want my whole base to have this like white, off-white look. So that's what I'm doing now. And eventually I will have an actual roller brush, and that'll make things move a lot smoothly and a lot faster as well. So I wanted to make something just to kind of really stand out, but also just cover up this big space of a wall that I have. This is actually a shared living space that I've been working on for quite some time, and I will be posting more videos about the process of it. There's a few on my channel so far already, and I'm just making sure that I can go ahead and get this done without making a mess. And as you can see, I now have the roller brush. And I'm just going to go ahead and roll that on so I can get my base together. And then from there, I'm going to kind of add like some highlights. I actually should have had some type of drop cloth or something too, but again, it was just kind of impromptu, and I had been wanting to do this for a while. As you can see, the ends are a little curled. It's a little worn, and this is so big, it was really hard to like even transport it to the house. What I'm showing you is just some craft paint. I had literally a quarter of a little bit of paint in that bottle. And I was like, what am I going to do with this little bitty bit of paint? I don't have much black paint at all, but I knew that I can try to use what I could and just try to spread it out the best I could. So I literally just was using the drips and drops of the paint that I had left here. But because black is such a dominant color, I was able to really get look at that. I was able to get some decent texture like highlights and streaks or strokes, whatever you want to call it. And I was like, okay, I like where this is going. This is looking pretty good. And I just went with the brush and just kind of went back and forth, doing the best I could with what I had. Because I'm not home, I'm at my shared living home and I don't have all my, like, all my glitters, all my different brushes, all my paints. So I was just kind of working with what I had. So when I tell you I was working those little drops of paint into this huge board, remind you, this is 8 feet long. So I couldn't move but so far, and I didn't want to get any paint just anywhere. So I had to like kind of bend over and really get to it. Look at this. I think this looks so good considering the limited amount of resources that I had. It looks like feathers laying different directions. So this is the next day. I went home and I made sure I brought my glitters and my liquid glass tri art. Here I'm just kind of spreading that on. That's kind of like a Mod Podge. If you like to use Mod Podge with your glitters, that's cool too. This is just a little more expensive product, and I think it keeps things a little more sparklier because it's clear, and it's just, to me, better. But you can definitely use whatever you like. It's like a resin-like formula. So I'm taking a small 2-inch brush. I rub that in. Now I'm adding my glitters. So I did allow this to dry like a day or two before I went back down there. So I'm just sprinkling this glitter on like seasoning, honey. I am putting this glitter on because I want this to be sparkly. I still want it to have a bit of shine to it. At first, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to bother with putting glitter on here because it's so big. I don't have a tarp under it. It's gonna make a mess. But I was like, you know what? I want this to look a certain way. And then when I came to take the glitter off, I didn't have my camera. So the next clip is just gonna already be on the wall. Sorry. Okay, so here we are. It is on the wall, you guys. We drilled it up. Me and my husband, we held it up where we wanted it to go, drilled it, and we were like, ooh, look at the edges. It's a little chunky. Now, remind you, this is foam board. So it's not like it's wood or metal or just super extremely solid. It is a little fragile. So the idea that we came up with, really my husband's idea, he said we can get some trim wood from Home Depot, which we did, and he painted it white. We were going to paint it black, but white was fine too because that's what we had at the house already. So we used some white and painted it, and we got the measurements, cut it, trimmed it as needed, and we're drilling it up there now. He helps me out so much. I'm so grateful for him, and he has my back, and he helped me get this together, and I think it turned out really good. So now for the sides, we had to go ahead and cut it. So here we are in the basement, getting our measurements so we can use like a table saw or something of the sort and get that cut so we can go ahead and finish off the sides. Okay, so here we are back upstairs. We're just trying to line everything up and make sure it's where it needs to be. And we just took some, I think, about an inch and a half drywall screws. And here I am on the opposite side of the painting, now putting on the last trim of wood. So it actually looks like it's a framed piece of artwork. This looks absolutely amazing. It turned out a lot better than I expected. This looks like something that would be very expensive, in my opinion, especially based on what I was looking at online for something that's 8 foot. Oh my gosh, an 8-foot canvas can start at about $1,800, $1,000, $2,000. I just saw all different types of prices. Oh, and I don't even think I told you how much I paid for this foam board. This is what it looks like. $20. Yes ma'am, yes sir. $19.99 from Home Depot. Foam insulation board. And the brand of the one that I purchased is Sika, S-I-K-A. Yes, at Home Depot. That's where I got the board from. Okay, you guys, here is the final finished result of this 8-foot long wall art. I absolutely love the way this turns out. It wasn't as difficult as I thought it was. Believe it or not, I bought this board probably almost a year ago. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was almost a year ago. And I had the idea, and then once I got it, I got a little intimidated. You know, sometimes when you haven't done anything or you haven't done something before and it's new, it can kind of intimidate you. But once I just went ahead and just painted it, I'm like, oh, okay, wow. Then once I got those little highlights and those little paint strips on there, I was like, okay. Then once I put the glitter on there, I was like, oh yeah. Once I got it up on the wall. Okay, so you see how wide this is. I had to step back into the bathroom to try to get a full, like, I'm trying to not be so up close on it, but remind you, this is a skinny little hallway. So I'm trying to back up as much as I can. Okay, there we go. Back up as much as I can so you can see the full length of it. And I think it looks really good considering that I paid $20 for the insulation board. It's not super flim flam, but it's more, it puts you in the mind of kind of like cardboard, kind of. So you want to be careful with the edges. And I think to have the wood, oh, the wood trim, I think it was like 3 long pieces, maybe 4. And the wood trim was no more than $20 either, probably like $3 a piece. So this is a very extremely super duper affordable and simple DIY to do. When it comes to transporting this home from Home Depot, that, you know what? That's probably your biggest challenge. And getting it through the front door without cracking it in half, that's the hardest part. Once you find somewhere or floor or basement somewhere to lay this down, maybe you'll have some tarp or old sheet to put down, get it painted and try not to make a mess, do it in your garage, maybe outside if you can, then you're good to go. This is going to be in my shared living home, and I just want it to be a very nice experience. You know, when people live here, I want them to be like, oh wow, this is beautiful, I get to live here, and just feel like it was some love and care put into it. Even if you have like a home, what's it called? Oh, an Airbnb or something, or if you want to redecorate your own home and you have a large space and you don't want to spend $2,000, $1,000, $3,000 or whatever it costs for some high-end luxury wall art that's going to be very like extremely big, and you want to maybe do it yourself, this is an amazing option to save yourself some money and have something that looks extremely glamorous for such an extremely budget-friendly price. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Share it on Facebook or send it to someone who may be interested in doing something like this. Thanks you guys so much for watching this video. And thanks again. Bye-bye. Hey guys, check out my website, myroyalradiance.com, and there's always a coupon code available with a special discount, Royal Beauty 10 off. Use it today. We have some updated styles of luxury inspired faux leather fabric, and when you buy 3 sheets of fabric, you'll get the 4th one free of charge. We also have these beautiful iron-on patches available and these beautiful planner charms that are so versatile. You can use these to decorate your cell phone cases, compact mirrors, or you can turn these into brooches or croc charms. More beautiful sparkly gold iron-on patches for your Crocs or denim jackets, and the latest item we have are the brooches for the slouch socks. We also have luxury inspired Crocs charms. Iron-on transfers are also available. Check out our website, see our tactical defense, where we do have in-waistband gun holsters, belly bands, magnetic holsters, and a lot more.